Hey guys, I today we are reacting to this YouTuber. Pretty much, I already know an announcement. I explain I'll be reacting to other YouTubers. As we know, I am still going to do that. Pretty much, if further ado, we get on my own to it.
Speaking of Type 93s blowing off cruiser bows. Oh, I didn't know
That kind of messed up.
they had MacGyver on that I was gonna tell them it's not gonna help. It did. It got them where they needed to go. Tribal repair. Cap, this isn't the Ark. I don't think wood is good armor. I mean, they use on the. I was gonna say they use.
That is wood, but I don't know what type of wood they use because different type of wars got different values and different weakness and stuff and different purpose. Pretty much there is different type of word for every single purpose. That's what all you guys know.
On the Bismarck, but the Bismarck sank. So, I mean, New Zealand's naval equivalent to the Bob Simple tank is only a flesh wound. Hit, I sank your cruiser. Navy officer, nah. What in the Theseus? When the cruiser gets hit in the face by an oversized shovel, it looks like Voldemort if it was a ship. Noah's Ark colorized. I hear no bell, Navy version. When you find a high-level unit, but your repairing skills are at level 1 in an RTS game. Speak, grunts, don't be alarmed. But I think we have an imposter among us.
But that is not a tank. If I do recognize that tank, but I see that chassis before. If I do remember, it was meant for infantry vehicles. Some country they had those as a mode for infantry vehicles because at the front there is two those flat patch the driver see through. But if I do remember, it don't have a turret. Pretty much, it's not a tank. It's a light armor vehicle.
Shh, don't tell them. There's a red spy in the base. Giggles like a gremlin. No one will ever believe you. Bro didn't just vent, he is the vent. Someone really did the three gnomes in a trench coat meme. Captain, there needs to be a sensor bar on that. Is this the tank equivalent of a facelift? The tank equivalent of wearing your dad's clothes as a kid. This is the tank equivalent of an Instagram filter hiding the fact that you're a 40-year-old unk. Grunt.
Pretty much, like I say, that one, I think that was a infantry vehicle, since since it don't have a tank turret. Pretty much, it kind of use machine guns. If I do remember, some countries did better autocannon on it. Pretty much, I don't remember the one with the tank gun.
I think the sign says everything we need to know here.
That is a K9 on a British, so pretty much I don't know what type of tank is that, but that tank looked modern.
The most protective good boy. Can I pet that dog? Good.
I don't know if you can uh, if that dog pulled the trigger. Pretty much, I don't know if that gun is loaded or not.
Question. Beware the dog. It has a 280 millimeter.
Wait, 280 millimeter? That's a higher caliber of a tank gun. Pretty much, if I do remember, the Abrams and other tanks around the World War, the high caliber guns they have is 120 to 130. Pretty much, if I do remember, uh, uh, that type of number on the gun is on Navy warships. I think it's on frigates, destroyers, and pretty much. I think I remember those type of guns was on battleships. Rather, they went for higher caliber guns during World War II. If I remember.
Buff, I am the dog of the panzer. He's been...
That is not a panther, I think. Pretty much, I started to recognize the chassis. Realize, it's a exact body design as the other panthers.
Waiting on the post office all day. Pretend to throw that ball again, I dare you. One can only imagine what the walks are like. Nah, his owner doesn't take him for a walk, he takes him for a drive with the windows down. I've had it with that cat. The dog when you break a treat in half and pretend it's two treats. Let's play fetch, but new rule. I am not going to the vet. That squirrel ain't getting away this time.
But the squirrel can climb, but the tanks can destroy everything, but not everything else. Pretty much, the only thing that dog going to do is do mass instructions. Pretty much, the dog not go drive it since they're on the gunner side. Pretty much what commander said. So the driver size is at the front of the tank with where the turret is not at, like at the front with those lights at. Pretty much, if I do remember, dogs don't know how to drive a tanks, but most dogs are fast runners.
The late super dog goes to play fetch with himself. Comrade, I have found new seat.
That is a KV2. Pretty much. Just say KV2, but if I do remember, the British didn't make their own. Rather, that on YouTube, I saw a video, a short video on some type of YouTuber about Germans capturing KV2. If I do remember, Germany did capture Allied tanks and use them against the Allies. We talk about Shermans and like Bumblebee, Tigers, the British tanks, those type of tanks, and also Russia tanks they used in the past. But they almost copy Russia design tanks. Pretty much Germany they borrow some ideas from some country tanks and build their own using them.
Excellent, now spin the turret. Retro targeting system. The Wicked Witch of Vladivostok. She rides KV2 because Germans stole broom. The KV2 holds up the soldier. I made this. Just wanted to feel the power between my legs, comrade. He's riding the lightning and feeling the thunder. I can see Boris's house from here. 5 seconds later, I can see what was Boris's house from him. The real question is, who's at more risk, the guy inside or outside? Look, Ma, can I keep him? Still safer than a T-72 in Ukraine. Come
T-72, if I do remember, Russia is using that tank, but I don't know they get any left. Because if I do remember, Russia is still using that T-90 tank. Pretty much in Roblox, I do got the Russian tank. It is the T-90. That's why Russia's still using. But it's a different design of the T-90, but still the original one.
Red, I have found new seat. This is what the Germans naturally did the minute they discovered it.
Germany run about the tank until they decided to capture it and check the size and the length of the gun. Realize
Because of course.
Look. The reason why they did that because they want to know how much firepower that tank have for they can know how to counter it. Pretty much most of the times Germany capture allied tanks like Americans and Russians and British tanks, Queen of country tanks, pretty much, pretty much in today's timeline, other countries is is still catching tanks from no country, pretty much run about it, research, research internet and make their own, make it better, but it's a knockoff version. Pretty much China and other countries been doing that. Pretty much the pretty much as China keep making knockoff weapons, pretty much those weapons that ain't gonna work properly because constant malfunction, pretty much they're not gonna be much use in battle.
They had to measure the length of the barrel. The jokes write themselves. Length, you mean calories. Don't actually me. Yes, I will actually you because length doesn't compensate for width 100% of the time. Are they compensating for something? Yes, poor production quality. Shut up and measure it. Hans, can you fit it? Nah, I'm too big. Hans, I think this is the tank she told us not to worry about. Oh, look, there's a prize inside. Send it, let her fly. Collateral is for Darwin. Hans, hands off the trigger. I know he slept with your wife, but this is not worth it. We must not be intimidated. It's the storm tiger. Hans, watch your head. You will be a pink mist if the guy sneezes. This is...
Yeah, some people in history of war and and today modern day, sometimes I think it'll slip. Most of the time it's on purpose because trigger fingers getting itchy. Right now my trigger finger is getting itchy, but pretty much I keeping it under control. So pretty much I make sure my trick finger don't go out of control.
What the Germans naturally... You go right, I'll go left. Wait, what?
Uh, I I know about the rifle they holding, and I I already know that not the original AK-47. It's a different design AK, but but multiple country copy design of this weapon. So 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 what can I speak? What I say is a lot of country had AK-47 until they make their own. Right after that, the the AK-47 get a lot of tech tree of it. So pretty much a lot of people like the AK-47 because the power is don't jams and icy terrain or snow or sand or dirt. It does non-stop firing. By the way, this is the last one, by the way.
Hey bro, check this shot out. Hold me up, I need to do a trick shot. Counter-Strike Strats IRL. Cue the Joseph and Avdol clip from JoJo's Part 3 where they were magnetized to each other. This looks like a photo op from a commando unit from the 1970s. Alright, off the wall, around the tree, hitting him in the nuts. Commanding officer be like, damn it, this is not a game of Twister. It's a part of their fusion dance. Why does it look like they're clipping into each other? That's one way to help calibrate your battle buddy's sight lines. Mom said it was my turn to ride the troop carrier. Keep in mind, someone had to take a picture of this. Officer, what are you doing? Soldier in the beret. He's playing the floor as lava, sir. See the world, they said. Meet new and interesting people, they said.
Pretty much I go in here. If if you enjoyed this video, pretty much make sure to like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and comment. Pretty much, uh, I will see you on Wednesday and the other Tuesday, Thursday, and tomorrow and Friday. Thus, we know those 4 days gonna be running. Pretty much one of those 4 days I'll be posting videos, and so be ready for that and turn on no notifications. See you guys.